All narcissists cannot resist doing this one thing. There is one tempting and unwise move that narcissists cannot refrain from doing. They cannot control themselves. They cannot stand firm or not yield to doing this, because it's just so tempting to them when they are dealing with their uninformed target. It's something that keeps you confused and bound to the narcissist, because you're unsure, you don't understand what is happening, or maybe you don't have enough evidence to prove it. But it's something they're able to do because they have no moral compass. They always have a dualistic nature. They are masters of contradiction. They seamlessly switch between two personas depending on what serves them best. On the surface, they may present themselves as an honest, principled individual, someone who values integrity and fairness. They may speak with confidence. Their words may be measured and reassuring. They may seem like someone you can trust, someone who stands by their word. They may be very charming and inviting. They may hold a respectable position in society, be well liked by friends, and carry an air of responsibility. But beneath this polished exterior lies a more sinister reality. In the shadows they thrive on manipulation, deception and control, and this is the one thing that all narcissists cannot resist. They cannot resist toying with those who are innocent or unaware. They enjoy keeping you off balance, planting seeds of doubt, and playing mind games. One moment they will lift you up with praise, the next they will subtly undermine you, making you question your own judgment. They will push your boundaries. They will test how far they can go before you notice. And when you do, they will act as though nothing is wrong. They will gaslight, deflect, or even turn the blame onto you. They just can't help themselves. It's something they can barely even control. They can't resist it. They are not merely two-faced. They are shapeshifters. They adjust their masks to fit the moment. And this duality makes it difficult for you to confront them, because they always have a well-crafted defense. To the world they may be upstanding, but to those who are caught in their web they are a puzzle, one that always seems to change just as you think you figured it out, because they have this desire to conquer you or get a hold of you. They will not play fair because they have no moral compass, so they won't even feel guilty for doing something wrong to you or to anyone else, as long as it gets them what they want. They won't care about the repercussions. They won't have any sympathy, because they are cold-hearted. They don't feel anything inside, but they won't display how they're really feeling. They will pretend to be compassionate. They will act loving and caring, but in reality they are the opposite of that. They have no regard. They are heartless, but they do a good job of imitating. They will imitate you to seduce and reduce you, because they don't care if they're lying to you. They don't care if they're lying about something or someone. They will say anything. They will give you a false display, if it means that they can get their desired result or their desired reaction from you, which can be very convincing, as it can leave you feeling very confused, because then you don't really understand what is going on with them. But the truth is that they are lying. They have no regard for consequences. They don't care about anything. They are very reckless and dangerous people, which is how they will do whatever it takes to get what they want. They will lie, cheat or steal, and in some cases they may even kill. They are very unstable people, but since they're not full-blown psychopaths, They do know how to blend in with society. They know how to give the appearance of being just like you, as though they want the same things as you do, and they're a loving, compassionate person. But this is the one thing that all narcissists cannot resist. They will show one character to your face, while behind your back they're doing all sorts of immoral things. They're being nothing like what they're displaying to you, and they actually get off on manipulating and deceiving people. It gives them supply, an ego boost and superiority. It becomes a game, one which they always want to win. Because it's thrilling and exciting for them, it gives them a rush, especially when they manage to avoid accountability. It's sadistic enjoyment. They enjoy the suffering they cause. Confusing, humiliating, or breaking someone emotionally feeds their sense of power. Watching someone in distress because of their games operates as a form of amusement. So even if you're with a narcissist and maybe you're in the love bombing phase, you're not really seeing anything unusual from them, and it may seem like they care about you, and they're telling you that they only want to be with you. They will wait until you're fully immersed in them, and they will use this display to toy with someone else, to mess with someone else's mind without your awareness. And if they're not doing that with someone else, they will be doing it with you. They will be pitting you against someone else, putting you in conflict or competition. Because although it may have seemed as though they were deeply interested in you and they were chasing you, once they're with someone they get bored, because they have a need for constant stimulation. A stable, predictable relationship feels dull to them. It leads them to seek drama, arguments, or even new romantic prospects to regain a sense of excitement. They're never in the moment. They're never appreciating what they have. Once they feel like they have something, the devaluation phase begins. They sabotage stability for excitement, or they look elsewhere for fresh sources of admiration, whether it's through flirting, cheating, or engaging in other attention-seeking behaviours, because they will never be happy with what they have. They have the grass is greener syndrome. They believe that something better is always out there. They're never satisfied. They always want more admiration, more excitement, or a better partner. So it doesn't bring them closer together. It leaves them feel like they're missing something, which causes them to seek out a challenge. They challenge themselves to fooling around with someone else while they're with you and not getting caught. Which may sound crazy or strange to a normal person, but to them it's a sport. It's an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which they compete for entertainment, to where they can amuse themselves and play in a lively, energetic way. It's a form of psychological manipulation, control, and ego boosting, and it serves multiple purposes, all of which benefit them, at the expense of their partner's emotional well-being. It establishes dominance and control. It triggers jealousy and insecurity. It tests boundaries. It feeds their ego, and it keeps their partner in a constant state of anxiety, which they see as a form of devaluation or punishment. They do it for the thrill of it, because they get genuine enjoyment out of watching their partner squirm. It fuels their sense of superiority. It's exciting, while being in a normal monogamous relationship is boring. And yet, they know how to act innocent and make it seem like they've never done it before, when really, they've mastered the ability to tell the bright lies at the right time to you. They've shown you a consistent character, and they will keep showing that character as much as they can to you, but it will slip from time to time. because they're actually nothing like that. They may seem supportive, and it may seem like they're in your corner, but that's only to your face. Behind your back, they're doing all kinds of disrespectful things. They're not exclusive to you. They're public property. Because they crave external validation, admiration, and attention from as many people as possible. They see themselves as objects of desire, and they believe they should be available to anyone who feeds their ego. Narcissists typically seem emotionally and socially available to everyone except their committed partner. They flirt with everyone. They seek constant validation. They refuse to be tied down. They keep their options open because they enjoy the competition for their attention, which is how they can discard or replace people very easily. And while you may have nothing but good things to say about them, they're saying all sorts of slanderous things about you. It's only when they're around you that they act like they're supporting you, and this is the one thing they cannot resist. It's deeply embedded in them. They cannot stop themselves from doing it. They can't refrain from engaging in behaviour that involves duplicity or duality, so they're always going to deceive you. Because you're still hooked on the character they seduced you with, and this is why it's a waste of time trying to warn the new source. They're just going to think that you're the crazy one. And they may even tell you that they're not doing any of that with them. They may say that they're the perfect person that they've always wanted, because narcissists are highly skilled at displaying different sides, and they know how and when to show those sides, so you're never going to see that side of the narcissist. They're never going to display that side of themselves to you, and they don't even feel bad about lying or cheating on you. They don't feel anything. That's why they do what they do. That's why they're constantly seeking excitement, and they're not satisfied with normal or exclusive connections or relationships because they're stuck in a state of constant boredom. They can't ever feel fulfilled with anything that they have, so they're not ever feeling sad or upset for what they put you through, and this is why they need power over you, so that they can toy with you.